Hello, I'm Yaniv Price. Welcome to Fixing Management, the podcast that gives actionable guidance on becoming a more effective leader. Today we're talking about one of the most misunderstood parts of being a manager, coaching. For many managers, the word coaching sounds like teaching. We imagine sitting down with someone and showing them how to do something we already know. But that's not coaching. Coaching is supporting a direct report in acquiring new skills. And here's the key idea. You don't have to be an expert in the topic to coach someone on it. You're not the trainer who transfers the knowledge. You're the coach who guides them on where they need to grow, plan how to acquire the demonstrable skills, and follow through until they get there. Let's unpack what that looks like in practice. Imagine if you noticed a gap where your direct report Maya needs to gain deeper software architecture skills, a topic you're not expert on yourself. As a manager, you might feel stuck. How can I coach her on something I don't master? The answer is easily. Because your job isn't to teach her architecture, it's to help her acquire the skills effectively. Coaching starts with identifying the area for growth. The critical point is that the area is needed for the organization. I did hear about companies that support flamenco lessons, but these are extremely rare. Identifying growth areas can happen in several ways. Gaps you've noticed, feedback from peers, performance review outcome, preparing for a potential promotion, asking them where they want to grow, or a topic they proactively said they want to progress on. Again, it's essential that the area benefits the organization. The second part is having buy-in from the direct report, or what is known as what's in it for them. If they don't see the need, they will comply in the best case, but will not be invested and do their best. You will have to be explicit and repeat why this area is important for the organization, for them, and why now. Once the area is clear, the next step is to align on measurable, time-bounded goals. Improve communication isn't clear at all. Be more confident isn't a goal, and they can always claim that they are more confident. Instead, make it specific and objectively observable. For Maya, that might sound like deliver the architectural design suggestion for Project X by 19th of March after review by the principal engineers. Another example for an employee that is constantly late for meetings could be arrive on time for all meetings by July 1st. Step 3 is brainstorming possible training paths. And this is where your role as a coach shines. You don't need to know the answers. You need to help generate ideas. The more the better. As with every brainstorming, this part is about quantity. The quality will only come later when we pick the best ideas to start with. Ask questions. What could help you build the skill? Who do you know that does this well? Where could you learn more about it? Together, you can list possible resources, a relevant book or podcast, an internal expert to shadow, an online course or workshop, a stretch project that gives real practice. The point is to explore options, not to dictate a plan. Then, once you've brainstormed freely, help them pick 1 or 2 promising suggestions and break them down into concrete actions. The idea is to plan only the next few weeks, not months, because some ideas will not work out and goals may change as we learn more. Plan small actions and include reporting on them, so you don't need to constantly chase for updates. This is again done together. Maybe you agree that Maya will start reading a book about architecture. This might look like Week 1. Research a book and notify which one seems the most appropriate. Week 2. Show receipt of purchase. Week 3. Send a short summary of Chapter 1. Week 4. Send a short summary of Chapter 2. And so on and so on. You may adjust in the upcoming weeks, and one of the weeks later on would be, for example, present ideas in a team meeting. Step 4. Let the direct report do the work. You don't research for them, you don't plan for them, and you definitely don't micromanage. Yes, the direct report is doing almost all the work, and your part is following up and checking in how things are going. You also continue to plan the next actions every few weeks and track progress. While reporting on the progress is baked into the actions, still ask occasionally, how is it going with your plan? What's working? What's not? Anything I can unblock you. These small check-ins keep the accountability and momentum and show that you care, without taking over. Note something very important. The fact that they do most of the work and that you coach on topics you don't even master is what allows you to coach so many direct reports at the same time without being a bottleneck or limited by your own skill set. You set the environment for organizational growth to take place. When progress happens, celebrate it. Even partial progress is great because they now have more abilities than they had before. Coaching isn't just about reaching a goal. It's about reinforcing a mindset of gaining new capabilities. When someone experiences the satisfaction of setting a goal, finding their own path, and succeeding, you've created not just a new skill, but new confidence. The confidence is what makes people grow faster and take on bigger challenges, which in the end makes your whole organization and team stronger. To recap, here's the coaching flow you can use for any skill, even those you don't have yourself. 1. Identify the area for growth. 2. Agree on measurable, time-bounded goal. 3. Brainstorm training options together. 4. Select the most promising ones. 5. Break them into small concrete actions. 6. Let the direct report do most of the work while you track progress and support. 7. Profit. That's it. No expertise required, just curiosity, structure, and consistency. And that's the beauty of coaching. It builds competence and independence. Over time, your team starts taking charge of their own learning, and you start leading a group of people who know how to grow without constant direction. Coaching isn't an extra. It's the foundation for trust, growth, and autonomy. If this episode gave you a clearer picture of what real coaching looks like, try it out and share it with another manager who is figuring this out. That's it for today. Thanks for listening and keep fixing management.